This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, I hope everyone able to see my screen and able to hear my voice as well. Can you please confirm me back?
Yes, Sujit.
Yes, Sujit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
no problem, Neeraj, not a problem. Just log out and log in one more time if this problem persists still. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start our session today. I'll start with what and all of the softwares you required for this training program. Okay, I will list out all the softwares, and when the time comes, we will install a particular software. Okay, no need to go upfront everything. I hope everyone having a Windows machine here. Yes. Hopefully it could be 10 or 11, Windows 10 or 11, right?
Yes, Windows 1.
Windows 10
Yes.
or 11, either it is fine. Next is we require JDK to be installed and JDK 8. Okay, 8 JDK 8. So how many of your system is having a JDK 8? How to check? Go to run option, command prompt, and just type for Java space hyphen version. So JDK 1.8, both are same. 8 or 1.8, both are same. My system is having 1.8. So definitely your system should have a JDK 8. Can anyone tell me? Is there any other version?
No, I'm also on JDK8.
Very good. Anyone is having. Everyone, please unmute your mics and please respond, guys. So JDK 8 or 1.8. Any of the version should be there, not even higher versions. MuleSoft supports JDK 8 only. Okay. So if you don't have that one, it is a very, I mean, simple to install JDK on your machine. It's a free. Previously, it was a free version. Now, I mean, it was licensed version now, but we will go with the Open JDK, Open Logic JDK. Okay. So let me go back to. So which screen you are able to see now? My notepad only still.
Yes.
Yes. Notepad.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Go to the browser and just type for uh, Open JDK 8 download. Okay. So it will direct you to the Open JDK downloads from OpenLogic. Okay. Click on Open JDK. If anyone want this link directly, I'm giving this link on the chat box. You can have it on your, you can save it. Okay. So directly come here and select the operating system, and it should be 8. Select the operating system, and according to your 64-bit or 32-bit, according to your architecture of your operating system, you can select that. And Java package, it should be JDK. Okay. Once you select that, go with the MSI option, which is nothing but your installer. Okay, it will ask you to download it, will ask you to save it on your place, on your desktop or C drive. Wherever you keep it, just to go with the installer, automatically it will take you to the C drive installer. Okay, so once you save that, and once you install it, you can see that in your C drive. And if you go with the default options, under the program files, open logic, under the JDK. So this is the location where you can find out JDK. This is very important to set up first. Okay. So anyone have an issue in setup of JDK? That means everyone are having JDK 8 by default, or anyone doing now?
Yes, Sujit. So I have a Mac system. I have to figure out how to install JDK.
Better, my recommendation for at least is for 1 month. Please use Windows if you have any, or just borrow it. My recommendation, because entire training programming on Windows, right? So you will not feel
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable in browsing. Of course, you can do that in Mac also, but it will take some time for you. You need to browse on your own.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll try to manage.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about others? Is it done or not done? Neeraj, now you are able to
Yes,
speak.
I already. Yeah. Yes, I have it.
Oh, I can see a new
Sujit, I need
participant,
to do it.
Manju.
Yeah, I have it too.
Okay, Manju. Okay.
Sujit, I need to
So,
get it done. I'll get it done today.
okay. I think it is a self-explanatory. You can do it on your own as well. Okay. Just download the installer and go with the default options. Automatically, it will be in your program files. Okay. Why this JDK is required? All your Mule applications are Java applications. To run this Java application, we require this development kit, Java development kit. Okay. And actually, we need to set up this JDK library folder as an environment variable on your operating system. That I will tell you when I set up of Anypoint Studio. So the next software we required is Anypoint Studio. So I sense that in my 154 batches, all the people, maximum the people are having an issue with the setup of Anypoint Studio. That is the reason we decided one session for software installations to avoid the issues in the coming sessions, right? So straight away we can download Anypoint Studio and you can use it straight away, okay, without setup of any environment variables and all, because in the previous versions of Anypoint Studio, let's take 7.11 or 7.10. At that versions, JDK was, I mean, Java is not an licensed version. It was an open source, right? So we used to set up the environment variables first. Then we need to open this Anypoint Studio. Then only your Anypoint Studio will point to your environment variables what we set up. Okay, but when they started licensing of JDK, that means Java, Anypoint Studio is coming along with the JDK 8. JDK 8. So you no need to separately install JDK for this Anypoint Studio. I mean, if you want to use Anypoint Studio, not required. So why we are setting this JDK 8 upfront? Going forward, we are going to use a standalone server where they will look into the environment variables. That's why we are setting up this JDK environment variables. Okay, not for Anypoint Studio related. Straight away, if you want to work on Anypoint Studio, no need to set up JDK. Directly, you can download Anypoint Studio and you can work on that. Absolutely, it will work fine. Okay, but when you install JDK before the studio and you are pointing the program files to JDK, definitely you need to. I mean, by default it is coming with 8, right? And your setups also should be in a 8 only. If you are installing JDK 11 and you are working with Anypoint Studio 8 which is incompatible, okay, definitely both versions should be same. Either you don't install this JDK upfront, directly work Anypoint Studio. If you download and set up the JDK 11 or any other versions are as in the program files under path variable, definitely you need to set up that as a JDK 8 only, because Anypoint Studio is on 8, because the 8 will be override with 11 if you explicitly configure that. So I don't want to confuse you here more. If you are installing JDK, it should be 8 version. Okay, no other options, because Anypoint Studio will support. If you don't want to set up JDK right now, don't do that. Directly work on the Anypoint Studio. By default, it will be on 8. Okay. Now, how to install this Anypoint Studio? Very simple again. There are multiple options to download Anypoint Studio. I will tell one version. Directly go with the Anypoint Studio download. Okay, download Anypoint Studio. So here you can see under the MuleSoft, second option, just go with this option. Download Anypoint Studio and Mule. So Mule means Mule runtime. Mule means Mule runtime. Now you can see here, this is the form page. Directly you can go to this link. I am giving this link on the chat box also. If you want, you can take that. Okay. So here you can say any download any point studio and mule. Why mule again? Mule means mule server. Why? Your anypoint studio will comes along with the mule runtime. Okay. Now here you can see um, product selection. You can go with the mule and studio. Second option is mule standalone server, that we will discuss later. Any issues we are going to discuss about that we will discuss later part. So just go with first option, product as mule and studio. And which version? Always go with the latest version. Select operating system according to you what you downloaded, and use the first name, last name, and email ID which you are currently using, that mail ID, because your Anypoint Studio download link will come to that email ID. Okay, please remember that mail ID as well. And just give some mini domain name of a company and job title as a developer, and give your phone number, dummy phone number you can give. And industry, it will be like others, it could be others. And employees, just select randomly, and you can select any region is also fine. Okay. Now once you click on a download for your mail, you will get link from the MuleSoft. Just click on that link, automatically it will be downloaded to your local system. Once you downloaded that, you will be having a one zip file like this. I recommend to everyone your Anypoint Studio folder after extraction. Your Anypoint Studio folder should be on your C drive. If you keep that Anypoint Studio in some other drives, definitely it will throw some path related issues. It should be associated with the C drive. Many people will get issues like this. For example, they have the zip file. Once they extract that, they will be getting a Anypoint Studio folder. Okay, Anypoint Studio folder. Once they open this Anypoint Studio folder, again there will be one more Anypoint Studio folder. Okay, in that there will be list of files. Okay, but point is, I don't know how they are getting that. Directly from the zip file, it should be only one Anypoint Studio folder. In this you should see the all the list. I don't know how they are getting the additional Anypoint Studio folder one more time. If you have this one, it will be giving a path related issues once you launch the Anypoint Studio. Okay, so my simple request is keep that zip file on your desktop till you get familiar. Keep it on your desktop and extract that. You will be getting one Anypoint Studio folder directly. See, I extracted this one, and for extraction purpose I recommend to use a WinRAR tool. WinRAR, it's a open source, it's a free one. Just go to the browser and just type for WinRAR. Automatically you can download to your operating system. Of course, once you extract, while you are extracting, it will show you option as well. Okay, now I have Anypoint Studio on my desktop. Right click on that. I will use extract here directly. Extract here again. See, if you are using extract to Anypoint Studio, one more folder with Anypoint Studio 7.1564 you will get. In that you will be having Anypoint Studio folder like this. So you should now have in the path one more Anypoint Studio length. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Directly extract this Anypoint Studio here itself. Otherwise, a lot of people will be getting issues. To avoid all the issues, just follow this instructions. That's enough. Okay. Now, once you open this Anypoint Studio folder, there you can see a lot of subfolders as well. In that, there you can see Anypoint Studio application. Anypoint Studio application. So this is an executable file which help you to launch the Anypoint Studio. Okay. Before launching the Anypoint Studio, please set up the environment variables. How to set up the environment variables? Just we downloaded JDK, right? We need to set up that as a environment variables. Please be very careful. Or if you want to do, anyone want to do this parallelly along with me, I will go slow. Please do parallelly with me as well. Okay. So don't double click on this application. Just come to this step level, and you can ignore as of now. Okay. So already JDK 8 is installed on our machine. Now go to the environment variables. I mean, we have a people from different backgrounds here, different non-IT background also. I'm going for everyone. I mean, I'm thinking in everyone perspective. I'm going from the scratch in detail. Okay, at least in the setup level, it should be very clear. Right click on this PC, properties. Basically, we need to go to the environment variables. ENV. Edit system environment variables. Okay, advanced. Go to the advanced. Under the environment variables. See, once you click on that environment variables, you will be getting a user level variables and system level variables. See, all these things you need to do before opening the AnyPoint Studio. Okay. Now, under the system variables, click on a new. First of all, check is there any variable. By default, maximum of the systems will be having, if you are using a old system, you will be having a path variable. Under that, you can see the system root commands. Definitely should be there. System root commands. Maybe JDK is not pointing to that. You need to configure that, right? So already if you have the system root commands like this, new option you can go with, and in the new option you need to give the JDK bin, or else if you're doing for the first time, Oh, is it audible now?
Yes.
Ye-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. Actually, I came out of station. I'm operating from room, so maybe there are I don't know the issues they are having. As if the power cut is there means the internet is going off. Sorry for that for today. At the disturbance. Tomorrow onwards, I will be back to my place, so we will not face these issues. Yeah. Uh, where I stopped exactly? I think in the setup of system variables. I guess is it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So in the path variable, in this path variable, first you should point to JDK bin. So where is the JDK? You know, JDK will be there in your uh, program files. In the program files, open logic JDK. In that JDK, go to the bin folder. There is a bin folder. Just copy the path where your bin is pointing to. Copy that path and place it to your variable value. That's it. This should be in your first line under path variable, and that should be followed by the system root commands. There are around 5 system root commands. So if anyone don't know how to give the second command, use a semicolon and write a second colon, a second command, semicolon, third command. Like that, it is a separator. Semicolon is a separator. Okay. And once you click on OK, and once you go with the path and select it, and if you click on edit, so your system root commands and with the JDK path should be there. Okay. If anyone don't have that system root command, I will ping in your WhatsApp and you can go and configure that. Otherwise, I'm giving in the chat box immediately right now. Please take it onto the notepad. Later part, whenever you're watching the video, while you're setting up environment variables, you can configure that as well. Okay. I'm just giving on the command prompt, sorry, in the chat box. You can have a look. Yeah, I have given that all the 5 commands. So it should be look like this. How we are able to see my screen? Same like this. Okay. Total 6 commands. One is JDK bin, which is for it should be followed by the system root commands. Okay. Next, that is at a system variable level. Second, at user level variable, there should be one path called java underscore home. Same, how you created a path variable, same java underscore home path should be there, but this time it should point to JDK, not slash bin. Previously we have a slash bin. Remove that slash bin, that's it. It should point to the JDK. So go one step before where JDK is present, copy that and give the location. That's it. Clear to everyone? So these are the two system variables, environment variables we need to set up before the any point studio start. Just restart your machine in order to work effectively. Even though if you don't restart also it will work, but in order to work effectively, I recommend to restart your system now. Okay, that's it about a JDK setup. Once you set up that as an environment variable, now you can go to the any point studio folder. Yeah, now you can double click on this anypoint studio. So your anypoint studio is launching now. Okay. And first time whenever you are opening in this anypoint studio, it will ask for the workspace location. Workspace location means what? From now onwards, whatever the projects you are going to create, okay, all the projects you can store in so and so location. So since I already have this anypoint studio in my system, it is showing directly the location where last time I launched. But first time if you are doing it, you will be having a very lengthy path which is related to anypoint studio internal workspace. I recommend not to use that. So create the project in some other folder outside of the anypoint studio folder itself. Okay. So my recommendation is create one more, I mean, go with the one more drive. In that one more drive, just create a one more folder and use that location from now onwards. So I'm giving 7 a.m. IST batch is the folder location. From now onwards, all the projects what I'm going to create will be stored in this location. Okay. So if you click on a launch, yeah, that's it. Your Anypoint Studio is getting launched with that workspace. So can you please everyone complete this process quickly? Okay, I'm sorry, extremely sorry, guys. What's happening today? Yeah, you can see. Just I double click dot any point studio, and once it is launched, you can see this welcome screen. So this is your any point studio welcome screen. You just click on the continue to studio.
Hello, Sujit.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Am I audible, guys?
Yes, Sujit, now you're audible.
Others, can you please confirm me once? Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, Sujit.
Yes, Sujit.
Yes.
So I mean, where you got disconnect? Is there any confusion till now because of this disconnect here and there? Is there any confusion to anyone?
Sujit, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
With respect to that workspace, right? You said to have it in another drive. So,
Hmm.
is it okay if you can still have it in C drive, or it is
You
recommended
can
to have
have it
in
in C drive. Yeah, you can have it anywhere, but only out of the studio workspace.
okay.
Any place is fine, but it should be out of any point studio. Well, reason is sometimes if the any point studio is upgraded 7.15 to 7.16, you used to work in a 7.16. Okay, at that point of time, unnecessarily you will not want to have 7.15 on your machine. So what you'll do, you will delete that any point studio folder. Once you delete that, all the projects whatever you created, everything will be deleted from that workspace as well, right? So instead of
Okay.
that, you have to avoid that such some small issues. Losing the data is very high high loss, right? So instead of that,
Correct.
keep that the Anypoint Studio in some other drive where you are not going to delete that, right?
Okay.
um
Okay.
that will be useful. That is the reason I told
Okay.
that point.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, any other questions to anyone? Anypoint Studio, is it done? Setup, is it done? You need to speak, guys, you need to speak. Raghu, Sharani, Nisha.
Uh, Sujit, I have 7.14. Is it fine?
Please, who is the 7.15? It's already long back they introduced the 7.15. Old 7.4. I mean, there will be no changes, but always upgrading to better version is better. No, it is not going to
O-
affect your workspace as well, right?
Okay. Okay. Then I can still continue at 7.14.
You can continue as well. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
yep, yeah. Neeraj,
Yeah,
everyone
I've
setup is
downloaded.
it done?
Yes, I'm done.
No, setup is it done? Everyone are on the same page? Only in the installation process you should parallelly follow with me. After that, I mean, on daily basis, I will teach the session. You can, while watching the video, you can do any other practice activities as well. So as of now, setting up the Anypoint Studio and JDK setup is very important. So that's why I'm waiting here for the confirmation purpose. Anyone still having any issues? No? Okay.
No, Sujit.
Okay. My first question to everyone here: what is this Anypoint Studio? Why it is used for?
It is the ID to the developer project.
Pardon? Anypoint Studio? Raghu, lot of background noise from your side. Please check once.
Sujit, it
Yeah.
is the IDE that we use to build the projects.
Yeah, it is an IDE, integrated development environment. So one more question from my side. Anyone worked on Eclipse IDE by this time? Eclipse. If you are from
Uh,
development background, I mean, especially from Java background, definitely you might have used that sorry, this Eclipse IDE. Is it done? I mean, anyone here?
Yeah,
I've used it.
Sujit, I have used it.
And are you able to identify some features identical to any Eclipse IDE here in this Anypoint Studio? The layout and the package explorer on the right side and the left, I mean, to our left side. Is the layout, is it not similar to Eclipse IDE? Because if you go to the location where your Anypoint Studio is present, I think in your, I mean, in my E drive, 7 a.m. batch. See, the folder is created. In that, you can see metadata. So, what is the meaning of metadata? What is the meaning of metadata? Data about data, data about itself, right? So, data about now what? Anypoint Studio. So, if you go to the metadata, there you can see the plugins of Eclipse. So this Anypoint Studio is developed on top of an Eclipse. That is why you can see the similar layout like Eclipse IDE. Okay, if you are familiar about how to work with Eclipse IDE, you will feel a lot better when you are practicing in Anypoint Studio also. But even if you don't have any knowledge on Anypoint Studio, that is not a problem. I'm going to explain each and every corner of this Anypoint Studio. I mean, that is a fundamental and basic you need to understand what option is available. Okay, once I start with my Hello World project, I will come back to my Anypoint Studio, right? So sorry, today I am not able to continue full-fledgedly because of this internet issues and since I'm out of station. Actually, I thought of starting our sessions from tomorrow, but still, since I want to give a try. I don't want to waste your time. So that's the reason I've taken this session for half an hour to set up at least the Nippon studio. We will be continue with our agenda. The first agenda of point-to-point integration and loose coupling, logical coupling, and by tomorrow session. But in the WhatsApp group, I have given some message to everyone to follow some prerequisites before coming to the first session in the weekend. So, anyone gone through all the three topics, whatever I mentioned in the group? What are the concepts I mentioned in the group?
I don't think I'm in the group.
Yep.
Hmm?
I'm actually not in the group. Could you add me, please, and send that?
Yes, Manju, because I mean, the last session you are not there. So,
No.
anyone not there in the WhatsApp group, can you please ping me personally with your name so that I will be adding it to the WhatsApp group, guys? So, my number, I'm sharing it on the chat again. Yeah, that is my WhatsApp number. And anyone here apart from Manju? I hope everyone are here. Yeah. Yes, guys. What are the points I told? I mean, I have given to you, like HTTP message format. What is that? First of all, what is a HTTP message? In that HTTP response format, you may have a multiple status codes. Every status code represents some status. Like if 200, you will get generally 200. You will get what is the status of that response?
Success.
Yeah, success response. 500, server error. 404, page not found. Like that, every status code there is around 100 series, 200 series, 300 series, 400 series, and 500 series of status codes. So 200 represents for success, 300, 400, 500 represents for error messages, different kind of error messages. So those are very important because you are going to expose your mule application as a REST application. What is the official protocol for REST applications? HTTP is the official protocol, right? HTTP message format you need to aware. Message format you need to aware. So what are headers? What are attributes? What are, I mean, what is a body? Like that. Okay. I want you to go through HTTP message. And Second point I mentioned as basics of Maven. All your projects, once I create any project, by default behind the scenes it will use Maven as a build tool by default. So you need to know what is a Maven, right? And we are going to work with the JMS concept, messaging format. So you need to know what is a message, what is a queue, sorry, what is a queue and what is a topic, and how the message will be posted in that. All these things we will discuss in the mule perspective, but you should have a prior knowledge on a queue and a topic, what are those for, right? I think I have sent this message before you join to the group. I will resend this message to the group one more time. Okay, after adding Banju in the group, so that by tomorrow
Okay.
have some basics about this. So one more is basic SQL queries. At least the select query you need to know, because in this, I mean, we are going to connect with the database, and in the installation process, I supposed to talk about MySQL also. I mean, we discussed till JDK and Anypoint Studio, right? Next software I want you to set up is MySQL 8 version, and just watch any other YouTube video, it will be fine. There are some steps to be followed. If you are not doing right now also, it's absolutely fine. When the database concept come, I will explain about this point again. Okay, as of now immediately we require JDK setup and any point study setup that we have done. We are good to go with the sessions. Okay, that is not a problem. So basic SQL queries should be aware, and overview of web services and an API. Since I already given the information in our first session about the web services and all, I hope everyone have some idea. Since we have a time till tomorrow, I mean, since we don't have any assignments for today, I recommend you to go through about these 5 concepts thoroughly. Yes, yes, no.
Yes, sure.
Any questions on this part? Any questions on this part?
No.
And I
Sujit,
am
when we
yes, yes, please go
sorry,
ahead.
Sujit, when we talk about Maven, right? So will you be letting us know like how we do like in any punch platform how that the CI/CD setup is done, or uh,
No, no, CA/CD
the-
setup is not part of our agenda. That is in separate, like that is in my advanced courses, not in this course. CA/CD pipeline,
okay,
like GitHub, Jenkins, the ticketing tool that comes under the workshop. That is
okay,
different.
oh,
Yeah. By default, you don't need to set up for any point should anything here. By default, it will be all your projects are Maven projects. You can see all the configurations in the form.xml file. So at least you need to, while seeing that project, okay, this is the Maven project, this is the folders created by default by using a build tool, and what are the configurations are added as a dependencies. So at least you need to know about when we are creating a first project. So that is the reason upfront I want you to go about that. Any other questions, guys? No? Okay, I will stop here for today. Sorry for that. Since a lot of issues are happened today, I mean with my internet connection. Sincerely apologies for that. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll be having a full-fledged sessions. Yeah, as I discussed, the 5 pointers to be noted down. Okay, Manju, I saved your number. I will be adding in you while in a short period. And also tomorrow I will share you. I will take your mail IDs one more time, and I will share all the documents as I discussed in my demo. That lab documentation and workspace to everyone. You can download directly to your local system. I will share my drive access to you. Okay. And my sincere request to everyone, please interact in the sessions. Today also can see very less interaction from the people. Of course, from tomorrow onward, the concepts are getting started. Whether you know about the answer, whether you don't know about the answer, just try to interact with me. There is no right, wrong answers. Whatever you know, just put it on the page. Out of these 10 people, at least I'm expecting 3 to 4 responses randomly. Okay, not from only one person, 3 to 4 persons. Sometimes you need to respond to my questions. Okay, to make you interact, I will be keep on asking the questions. Okay. Yeah, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, you can stay back. Otherwise, we can wind up for today. I will upload the video after the sessions. i hope
thanks,
I hope
Sujit.
Thank you.
everyone have, I hope everyone have
Okay, bye,
the video
Sujit.
access at least. Manju, apart from you. Yes, video access everyone having, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Manju, please send me your mail ID in the chat box to me in my
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Thank
Thank you
you.
Okay.
guys.
And Sujit, is there any kind of documentation that you have from your side that I can see because I'm completely new to this?
No problem. I mean, one more recommendation from my side. Since you
Yeah.
guys are, I mean, anyone from non-IT background or very new to IT industry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling this in my perspective, I am treating everyone as zero. I mean,
Okay.
everyone absolutely zero. So just to follow the instructions what I'm giving here, it's absolutely very easy for you. And also, you need to remove from your mind that you are not from IT background.
Okay.
First point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just watch the video. It is very self-explanatory, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't have any documentation for I mean, this kind of a setup and all. That's why I've given very slow narration here. And from
Okay.
tomorrow on, once I start the session, once the hello world practical session started, further
Mm-hmm.
documentation is given. Okay, not for the theoretical part.
Okay. Sure. Sure. I'll
Okay,
send my message. I'll send my email.
please, please,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sujit. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, guys.